All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the New England Patriots. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Brissett sets to throw it. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brissett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And the drive starts with a completion, left side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Sony Michel, his first carry, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
Hey, echo.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal.
Rip left. Check safety.
And they will run it with Michel. Now he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Wiggles free. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. And Diggs has it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
Let's get it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Brissett. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he's got this down to the 35. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 35.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brissett. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
On 3rd down. Hines, and he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the red zone now, Brissett. Complete. Smith has it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Nyheim Hines. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Got it.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. You go tight. You got tight. 6-6. Pull it high. Get it.
Now Michelle. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's out to his running back, Michelle. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
We want it. Come to my go.
On the ground, Michelle takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Ready.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Brissett. It's complete to Diggs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go. Check 4, check 4.
This is Hines. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Antonio Brown. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
2nd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded just inside the 20. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Brissett now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
A first down throw for Brissett. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Play action. Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It was Breland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Hines. Finding room to the 20. Touchdown, Vikings! Nyheim Hines with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Slam! Central West! Hey, Haywood! Hit it!
Back to throw here. And his pass incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit. But only the second. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas able to record his 5th sack of the season. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This is taken at the 18. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
They'll run on first down. Hines, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Stop your whining.
Play fake, Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
You better be afraid of me.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check.
To throw, Brissett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on third and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
I got you.
Get it.
Off the draw, here's Michel. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Hey. Five.
He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Minnesota.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. And watch your leg. Mike 54.
To throw is Brissett. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but it's going to be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. N'Keal Harry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Let's go.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Brissett nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
You got nothing there. You got nothing. Go. Mike 54.
On 3rd down, Brissett sliding out. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. With it is Brown. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
And come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Now.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Gideon came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 61. 54 Mike. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Zoom. Watch out. Check, Mike.
Brissett to throw on first. Open here, Adam Thielen. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Brissett. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 48. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Hard.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Brissett. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
Gator.
Man, that's trash.
Hey, Zoom.
Hey, Mike's 42.
Steve Griffin.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down. Looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And now this pass brought in by Brown. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll look to throw here. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Got a man open, that's Harry. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Let's go, D, let's go.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 4-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run with Michelle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
50, plant.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Deep grip.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll look to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Brown, the lone receiver, left. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
High 7.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive.
Yeah, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Trey Wayne's the Michigan State man right there in coverage. New England on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Topper! Hey, Delta!
He'll look to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Back to throw here. That's out to his running back, Michelle. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Go! Go on! Hey, Foxtrot, get it!
Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Let's get it.
They'll set up a throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. On first down, it's Hines. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Nyheim Hines, 45 yards. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Second and 3. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Able to get there and pick it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right?
Yes,
as the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
And he's got this down to the 35. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Patriots' 35-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. now a first carry for their fullback. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Ready. You want the mic. Let's go one more. We got double tight. Hey, we got 3 down.
And they will take a knee here.
The sack on the keeper. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Minnesota, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New England, the loss will move them back to 3-2.